Okay, so now we're going to go through and solve a few more linear inequalities that use some of the techniques we've learned in the last couple of lessons. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. Here we have negative 5 plus 2x is less than or equal to 3. Okay, so just like with the equalities, our goal here is to isolate x all by itself. So let's start by adding 5 to both sides. So that'll get rid of the negative 5 here. And then this will become 2x is less than or equal to 8. Okay? And then from here, all we have to do is divide both sides by 2. We can cancel the 2 here. And then we're going to be left with, from here, we're going to be left with x is less than or equal to 8 over 2. Okay? And remember, because we divided by a positive number, we didn't have to change the direction of the inequality. Okay, but we can rewrite 8 over 2 as 4, because 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we have that x is less than or equal to 4. And that would be our answer here. Okay, now let's look at this one. Here we have 4x plus 7 is strictly less than 3. So again, we're going to try to isolate x by itself. So let's take 7 away from both sides. Okay, that makes the 7 go away. And from this point, we have 4x is strictly less than 3 minus 7, which is negative 4. And from here, we can divide by both sides by 4. And since we're dividing by a positive number, we can cross this 4 out, and we don't have to change the direction of the inequality. So this becomes x is strictly less than negative 4 over 4, which gives us x is strictly less than negative 1. Okay, so just what you can see here is we don't change the direction of the inequality unless we're dividing by a negative number. It's not if we have a negative number involved, it's only if we're dividing by a negative number. So let's look at this one. Here we have 2 times 6v plus 9 in parentheses, and that's greater than or equal to 9v plus 3. Okay, now this is exactly like the equalities we've seen before, except now we just have an inequality. So let's start by going ahead and distributing this 2. So if we distribute the 2, we're going to end up with 12v plus 18 is greater than or equal to 9v plus 3. Okay, and so we don't have to deal with negatives. Let's start by taking 9v away from both sides. That'll take care of this 9v here. And this whole thing is going to become 3v plus 18 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so now we want to take 18 away from both sides, and that's going to give us 3v is greater than or equal to negative 15. Okay, so notice here we've done nothing that makes us have to change the inequality sign here. We only do that if we multiply or divide by a negative number. So here, to get v by itself, we can divide both sides by 3. These 3's are going to cancel, and we'll end up with v is greater than or equal to negative 15 over 3, or in this case, negative 5. Okay, let's look at one more. Here we have negative 7x plus 5 times x minus 2 in parentheses is strictly greater than negative 20. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by distributing this 5 here. Okay, oh, I'm ahead of myself. Okay, start by distributing this 5. So with that, we're going to have negative 7x plus 5x minus 10 is strictly greater than negative 20. Okay, so we can go ahead and combine like terms. So if we combine like terms, we're going to end up with, if we take negative 7x plus 5x, that'll give us minus 2x. Minus 10 is strictly greater than negative 20. So from here, we can add 10 to both sides. And that's going to give us negative 2x is strictly greater than negative 10. And so now we can go ahead and divide by negative 2. Okay, and since we're dividing by a negative number, remember, we have to flip the direction of our inequality. So if when we divide by negative 2, this will cancel these negative 2's. So we'll have x is now strictly less than positive 5, because negative 10 divided by negative 2 is 5.